this is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Still on his feet at the 40. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. And the Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up. Throwing Manning. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. The run inside. It's Brown. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. The Longhorns look to keep this drive humming.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got it run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
Makes a grab and room to run. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
The Longhorns, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Going to the run, it's Smothers. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Right back to him on the ground. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football, you come in on the first drive and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
Running inside, it's Marshall. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to him. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Here's Underwood to throw. Makes the grab. Busts through behind his pad. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
The Wolverines with the 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He wants to change this route. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
It'll be 3rd and long. They'll run it out of the shotgun. It's a fumble. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Here's the give off the left side. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Underwood. Pocket breaking down. Caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Oh, he's got some space. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. The Longhorns in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
He lets it fly. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Running to Green. There's a crease. Powers through. Touchdown, Longhorn. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. And you saw it right there.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. So here comes the Michigan offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. Runs through, man. He might have some space. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Wolverines. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they forced the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And that extra point was good, and we were all tied up here in the second. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner goes down. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. Here's Brown to begin the drive. He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7. And the Longhorns want to move quickly.
You know, God bless Texas, because they can lose great running backs.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Big noise in the big house for this huge 3rd down play. Again, it's Brown. Might have a chance. Past the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Texas.
Just hand it to him and let him do the work, man. Over 100 yards on the first half. That big, explosive play, that will do it. That will get you almost there. When you get handed off to a guy like this and he can take it the distance, it makes play calling for an offensive guy, it's so much fun. It's easy. Hand it to him, he gone.
Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. Throwing, Underwood. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Now 2nd and 10. Quarterback making checks. Scanning the field, it's Underwood. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Bryce Underwood to the air again. Still on his feet at the 45. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Here's Underwood to throw. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and they force the incomplete.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Caught in the backfield, it's Marsh. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And the Wolverines headed quickly to the line. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Escapes the pressure to his right. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Might be changing the route. Again, it's Underwood. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a two-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time it's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll send the back in motion. Underwood. Flicks it out of the air. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. A big stop from this defense as they force a 4th down and a decision coming right now. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. On the run, it's Smothers. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. And the Longhorns want to crank the tempo. They go play action with Manning. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Manning. Looking for a huge play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Manning from the gun on 3rd down. It's complete on the right side. They pick up the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Back to throw. It's Manning. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Quarterback may change this route. Throwing, Underwood. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's a heat. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just enough time to get off 1 final play of the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We begin with Texas Tech taking on the #1 team, the Indiana Hoosiers. And it's the Hoosiers on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates. And while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion.
776 Captain. 776 Captain. 949 Rockstar. 949 Rockstar. Ready.
Here's Underwood to throw. Trying to set up the screen. Across the 45. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling past. pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. To the air, it's Underwood. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And it's frustrating because you go into half and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, we've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out. First drive, trying to get some momentum created. Turn it over to the other team. Give them a good field position now, too. Not the ideal start.
Finding open areas. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
I like this idea by the offense going very up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Caught behind the line. It's Coleman. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Here's Manning to throw. Pulls it in. It's Lockett. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Back to pass. Under fire. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The Longhorns moving quickly to the line.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Longhorns pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
And the Longhorns back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And these plays are so hard to stop, man. You're giving your elite speed guys a chance to get to the edge in the most crowded part of the field. So it wasn't a home run, it wasn't a touchdown, but you like those little positive gains that makes the next down more manageable, and you like getting your playmakers in space.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Leaves it with the back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to run for it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
And, man, that's so frustrating for this defense to get him in third down and short. And look, the first down's almost a touchdown, right? So this is a tough situation. This defense is going to have to bring in big bodies and really sell out somehow, try to get some penetration, try to make a big play on first and goal that can maybe back them up.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. It's Brown. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Snap to the back. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
And the extra point is good, and the score is 35-17. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Hansen. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. Back to throw, it's Underwood. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. One more quarter to play. It looks as if we are ready to go here in the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. Underwood makes the catch. It's Marsh. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Underwood from the gun on third down. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. Wide open spaces. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Throwing, Underwood. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the 4th quarter.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw it. Pressure coming. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Here's Underwood to throw. Spits it out to the back. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
This late in the game in the 4th quarter, they're in 4-down mode every single drive in possession, trailing by as much as they are. So down here in the red zone, you throw an incomplete.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here.
Kill it. 139 Albatross. 139 Albatross.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. It's good. That'll trim the deficit to 15.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
On the move from inside his 5. Guided out of bounds at the 32 after a good return. Here comes the Texas offense. So working with a lead here, they'd like to put together a long, time-consuming drive and put this thing away. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. And the Longhorns want to pick up the tempo.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
On third down, here's Brown. Got enough for the first. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
Coleman open on the right. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. The Longhorns are flying down the field. They'll give it to Brown. Finding some room. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Longhorn. And the pummeling has started. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Here comes the heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. Like, they're down on the other side. They have to throw the football. Only chance they have to get back in. I'm playing the pass every time, pinning my ears back and going to get the quarterback.
Out of the gun to give to the back. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, offense is penalized. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in.
There's some room. Got enough for the first. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run, less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
If you're going to try a push pass here on first down by the goal line, you really got to get great blocking. You can't allow penetration, and the offense wasn't able to do that. Look at the defense on that last play. They were able to get in the backfield. They make a tackle on a speedy wide receiver to get the TFL.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Motion from the wide receiver. Got it. Going for the goal line. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop.
Guys, they're going to pass on taking the sure 3 here and trying to get the touchdown, and this is a pretty big gamble. Manning to throw for it on 4th. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
The offense changing the play. Looking for a man. It's Fowler DeColosi. Finds his back in the middle. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
Underwood. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. Got his man downfield. Sprinting away. Touchdown, Wolverines! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
That's an impressive touchdown there, considering the plays this defense, particularly the secondary, has already made against him. And we knew this quarterback was going to come into this one, David, and be aggressive. There aren't many people who really scare him, and the defense has made him pay. A couple of bad decisions, a couple of great plays on the back end, one-on-one. But this guy's still taking his shots. He's not backing down, and he's got his offense back on the board.
I think that's the most impressive part. He made some mistakes, and a lot of times you see people that they go in a shell, right? They make mistakes. They can't rebound. They can't find the answers to continue to keep making plays. Make the next play. Make the next play. Now down the stretch to give your team the lead, man. So impressed with the way he's handled adversity and bounced back from some mistakes.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
If you're the defense, you know that running back is the guy you've now got to stop. He's had a lot of touches in this game. Yes, he's made a lot of plays, but you've got a chance to win here. If you're going to do that, you need to take him away.
And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
You know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game? Remember, they're down, and it seems like the opponent's got this game in hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play now that generates the momentum to give them a spark to maybe come back and steal this game.
Magic.
Quarterback making adjustments.
Brick.
Throwing. Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. There he goes. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling. And the Wolverines come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Back to pass. It's Underwood. Oh, they're after him. Lets it go to the end zone. Intercepted deep in his own end. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Brown. Picks up the first down. Got a little grass. He'll be dragged down, but not before he's put the finishing touches on a win for his team.
And that's not a surprise to anybody, including the defense, that they turn and they give it to their running back, who they've been giving it to all game long. Up front, the offensive line, they deserve a ton of credit. Blocked and paved the way. This rushing attack has been lethal, and I'm not surprised that's how they end this football game.
And that's the kind of guy, too, David, you want at the end of the game, because he wants the ball into his hands to ice this thing. He's looking over the side.
He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it way down the field. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. They're wanting to pile up some extra points. Fires toward the end zone. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And that's not a surprise. When a QB lines up and sees man-to-man coverage on his guy that runs so fast on the GPS that it's speeding in a school zone, like, this dude can absolutely roll. He sees man coverage, tries to take advantage of it. They don't execute on that play. But if you want to play that defense, I think you'll get that pattern a lot from that guy.
To throw, Manning. A shot toward the end zone. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.